unusual position. I have no resume your position.
Gentlemen, say hello to Matt Copter.
Not him again.
It's a bad association with the song.
Let me tell you a little story. This is a story about a guy that has a childhood sweetheart, a girl that he went to school with. They came up, each born in a small town, started school together. In the playground, he picked her up when she fell, protected her from the bullies, carried her books to school. They were friends. Through high school, he was the one that she cried on his shoulder when she had boyfriends that treated her badly and broke up with her. And he always secretly loved her. Loved her as a friend, but also loved her. And knew that love blossomed. And when they got out of school, they kind of each went their own ways, and they each started to make their way in the world. And he dated, and he dated a lot of different kinds of women, and he kept coming back to that girl from his home. And she kept coming into his mind, and secretly he was comparing every girl he was with. And they crossed paths again, back in the hometown. They both happened to be visiting family, and they spent time together, and they realized that she felt the same way about him as he did. And the thing that as he's talking with her, he feels like this is home. And it's not just home because I'm back in my hometown. It's home because she has the values that I value inside. And maybe they're old-fashioned today. These are the values that I look for. This is who I want to spend my life with. This is who I want to be a mother of my children. She's reluctant. She's reluctant because maybe this is just too comfortable. Maybe this is just, maybe it's just because we've known each other all our lives. But one day he actually finally looks at the couch, asks her to marry him. Guess what? She says yes. And he knows, not just has he found a woman that he's going to love the rest of his life, but he is so filled with joy because he knows that she will provide a stable home life for their family. She will be the mother of the children that he can only dream about it, and really is probably the person who reminds him most of his mother and that feeling of home that he had growing up. And that thought, over and above his love for her, the fact that she is going to be that person in their lives is the thing that just completely fills him with joy. That's the story of the song. That's who she is. That's who we're singing. Let's sing the song.
Let's start from the chorus.
And if you're looking on, if you think, I'll just get the music up a little bit so you can see me as well at the same time. She's mighty like she's mighty like my mother, and I never thought I'd find another. Forget what you know. Follow me. Follow me on the journey. This is a breath. Always. She's mighty like my mother, and I never thought I'd find another old-fashioned this is probably a really good time to say that you should stop listening to the part recording. At this point, we all should know the notes and words. Stop listening to the part recording. I mean, unless you're a new guy, right?
That's all right.
Start with it. Everybody else has been here for a while. Stop listening to it so we can make music together. She's, here we go. She's mighty like my mother, and and then on the end I is when you get off. Do you release there? Nope. No, not carrying that over the right way.
Yeah, I've heard that somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we want to follow the music. We want to make sure that's arrested. That's right. She's, here we go. She's mighty like my mother, and so these down a little too long. This will be your hand. I'll actually show you when to lose English. That's the left hand. There you go. She's mighty like my mother, and I never thought I'd find another old-fashioned she's mighty like. Well, we stopped, Matt. Any comments thus far? Anything you like to?
I like this usefulness of everything everybody's doing. Little big chunks is really cool. I don't want to mess too much with the things unless you want me to.
Let's get through it. Let's get through it. She's ready. Here we go. She's mighty like my mother, and I never thought I'd find another old-fashioned girl. almost as long as it will be once we're almost. But the difference is we'll be prepared to make the thing do this. Through every sustained note. Right, not this. Yeah, we gotta have the barbershop death grip. But you kind of know where this thing is going now? Yes. All right. So, awesome. Matt, what did you say?
That's really very, very, very good. Place to be for 7 more weeks.
Yes.
I think very good, very good. Like I say, a lot of nice smooth stuff. Thank you for the mother had maybe only had 2 R's in here, but then another girl had a few more R's in it. So watch out with the R's. But the mother was really, really nice.
How do you make that happen? Technically, what do you do? With the tip of your tongue on the bottom of the teeth, the lower gum ridge.
There was like a lot of smooth stuff, not a lot of edges. Now we need to add edges and nice edges, not chunky. Oops, we're not singing, or I forgot a breath. So, and in particular, I think any place anybody has a move that's not the leads, or when the leads have one, I don't know how many times you have, but basically really beautiful spots where you got a couple of these and those, and certainly the tenor areas, really nice moves. We can make more of them, and they can be more melody. They can be more like the melody. Just a couple spots where bases coming out of the fabric. Just a couple spots, not very many. And in the very tenor, I think there are a lot of opportunities where we didn't hear it. I didn't hear what it could be really cool and really beautiful. It was just kind of getting lost in this really nice, beautiful, kind of same sound all the way through. He's gone.
Made me couldn't get a band.
So here's the deal. Everything I said, forget it.
Trust me, you didn't want to see that.
But again, it's in the moves, and when he gives you a little bit, you need more of this. There's just a couple spots where people are doing it in a way that's not as pretty. Some people are giving a little more of that, as opposed to doing a little more of this, a little more of that, just a little more broadness, as opposed to a little of that.
Simple elegance. The whole song is all about elegance.
So if you're a lead or anybody that you're moving on a word where nobody else is moving, or maybe only one other part's moving, raise your hand and give us some view when it happens. Okay? So we want to know when it's happening. And then everybody around you will also know, hey, you're supposed to be doing it too if you're a bass or whatever. And give us some prettiness, but give us, when we put shape in it, put it in with velocity, not muscle. Never muscle in this one at all. Never muscle in any song, sorry.
What Matt just said? Just with a little more confidence, just a little more passion. For the engineers, add 20% volume.
John, I saw John on. Thank you. It was the only hand I saw on that.
That's actually the only
only one.
non-homophonic thing that's in there.
Nicely done.
An old-fashioned girl in her evening gown.
One more time.
An old-fashioned girl in her evening gown.
in my own hometown. This is the, I can't believe it's her. The one that I loved in second grade, it's her. She wants me too. An old-fashioned girl in my old hometown? Old-fashioned girl in my own hometown. Old. Damn you. Old hometown.
An old-fashioned girl in my own.
Check it out, clear. I'll wait for everybody to move. Everybody get moving.
An old-fashioned girl in my gingham gown has stolen my heart away, away. An old-fashioned girl in my old hometown promised to love and obey. She's much like my mother, and I never thought I'd find
While we've stopped, let's make sure. Don't turn that diphthong too soon. A couple of guys going, I want to go now. Yeah, don't turn that too soon. Cheese. Calm down.
You don't have to put your hand up now when you get one of these spots if you don't want to, but more and more people are doing it, so more and more people are realizing it, and we're able to finally do two things at once.
What do you do besides raise your hand?
Brought it out.
Okay. So singing it louder, certainly, in some cases, it's going to, that's going to be appropriate. You're bringing that out. Absolutely, that's one thing to do. What else?
It should be more articulate because
More
it's a
articulate.
feature.
Absolutely, that's something else we can do. What else?
Realize who has it.
Realize who has it, and make sure if you don't, right, we're going to feature somebody else. Anything else?
It's more confidence.
More confidence, absolutely. Love it. More confident. We can use more color, more texture. We got a whole palette of musical artistry tools to use. So, explore. She's mighty right.
When you're doing that, when you raise your hand, why does he raise your put those things in? Just a quick quiz.
Emphasis.
Color emphasis. Time.
Differentiation.
A lot of the time in this song, it's motion. Because otherwise we're going to sit. But if the variants are going like this, or the tenors are going like this, or the bass is going do, we're moving. So again, the emphasis isn't on loud, the emphasis is on, hey, we're going somewhere. Let's do something cool. See, listen to this. Here comes something cool. That's the kind of thought in your mind as opposed to, hey, I'm singing louder. Okay, so think motion, propelling the thought, propelling the song. Okay?
She's, love the pitch. Here we go.
She's
More buoyant. Compare that. Right, here we go.
She's running like my mother, and I thought I'd find another old-fashioned girl in a gingham gown, and she stole my heart away. Sweet and
let's be prepared that at that point of the song, one of two things is happening. Either you think you're making a musical choice that says, this needs to be uber soft, or you're out of breath. So if you're out of breath, you are never out of breath as a musician, right? Because we don't breathe for life-sustaining purposes in music. We breathe for musical reasons in music. You can breathe any time you damn well please. Anytime you want, you can take a breath. You just leave a word out and breathe. So you have enough that when I do this, we go, whoa, right? So let's go from
Remember, it's a mindset, right? We're taking a breath, and then we're going to go, ooh. And I think a lot of people are coming to this with, oh, we're going to do a nice little soft ooh now. But we're not. We're doing an ooh that's going to bring us into sweet and low. It's the beginning of a longer phrase. So I think people are thinking, oh, I'm just going to go ooh, 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 and I'm done. But you're not. This is the beginning of a little bit mindful.
right there. Oh, yeah. She's all. Here we go. She's all. Baries and tenors, would you please sing every note between your two notes in paper? Sing them all. Every note between them. She's all. She's all. You can see the energy and emotion comes from the sweat. So let's list that. She's all. Right. And actually, tenors and baries, that we hit every note, but it pulls back just a little bit into the last one. Oh, right. She's all. Here we go. She's all. To make that really pop, basses and leads have to do this. That's to count. Particularly the basses. Basses need to double their volume on all. She's all. Here we go. She's all. Yeah, a little more elegant approach, but that will serve us well. Thank you, Matt. Good work, my friend. Any other hard points?
No, just keep it up. Keep it up.
Thank you. This is going to be great. Awesome. Yes, thanks.
Yes, comment. We've sung an awful lot of Boston stuff over the years I've been in the chorus, but there's so much opportunity in this song, and if we do everything that he shows us, we're going to get a standing ovation from that audience.
Absolutely, and every audience you're singing for. This is such a wonderful piece of music. Thank you. Great work, John. Gentlemen, please welcome John Green to do a little lip tonight.
I love it. Really? I never really. Tell us about it, John.
All right. Ready?
I'm gonna live till I die. I'm gonna laugh and cry. I'm gonna fill my cup until my number's up. I'm gonna live until I die.
Okay, very good start. What Steve has been talking about all night with singing position, he wasn't doing that. And that's a market difference, so thank you for that. You get the CB thing going too, but now, in addition to that, this song right now, because of the energy involved, I think, is getting to be a little too choppy. I'm going to live till I die. I want to smooth out that line a little bit more. That's all.
I was told.
Yeah. Someday I'll.
You just mine better than that.
You're all set? Okay, so smooth the line out more.
I'm gonna live till I die. I'm gonna laugh.
until my numbers up. Ba, 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 ba. Did you hear it? Very good until that part. So smooth out that part too. Okay,
I'm gonna live till I die. I'm gonna laugh and cry. I'm gonna fill my cup until my number's up. I'm gonna live till I die. They're gonna say, hey, what a guy. I'm gonna play for the sky.
I talk about this all the time. I'm gonna, what's the second line start?
They're gonna
We're gonna say, hey, what a guy, I'm gonna play. You're gonna say, hey, what a guy, I'm gonna play. So Wendy, from the top.
I'm gonna live till I die. I'm gonna laugh and cry. I'm gonna fill my cup until my number's up. I'm gonna live till I die. They're gonna say, hey, what a guy. I'm gonna play for the sky. Ain't gonna miss a thing. I'm gonna have my fling. I'm gonna live till I die. The blues will lay low. I'll make them stay low. Let them trail over my head. I'll be a devil till I'm an angel. Until then, glory, hallelujah, it's gonna fly. I'll take a chance.
Run a little ragged going to that until then. Move in my direction. Let's go from the blues and lay low.
The blues will lay low, I'll make them stay low, let them never trail over my head. I'll be a devil till I'm an angel, but until then, glory, hallelujah, dance, gonna fly, I'll take a chance.
Okay, very good, very good. Good job with the singing posture. That's going well. The smoothness is going well. What I want you to do is hold the CD mic in front of your face for this time through, because we're losing some of the resonance from the blues and lay low. And one thing to add to that, if I can, with the mic, the button's down all the time. We never release the button. It's even the breath is engaged. Right? Even the breath is engaged. Listen to the difference. Lay low, I'll make them stay low, they'll never trail over my head. That's as though I'm pressing the button doing this all the time. Lay low, I'll make them stay low, they'll never trail over my head. Hear the difference? That's more legato. It is more legato. Why is it more legato? Because there's more sound. There's constant sound. Lay low, make them stay low. Lay low, I'll make them stay low. They'll never trail. Lay low, I'll make them stay low. They'll never trail over my head. That's engaged all the time. Can we do that? Lay low.
The blues will lay low, I'll make them stay low.
Number 2 is correct.
The blues will lay low, I'll make them stay low, they'll never trail over my head. I'll be a devil till I'm an angel, but until then, glory, hallelujah, dance, gonna fly, I'll take a chance.
Wow. Wow.
Why did you stop?
Well, could you hear the difference? That was much cleaner. There was much more unity going on throughout the whole chorus. Oh, much better. And I would say right now that our level of ownership of that technique is sitting right about a big fat 14%. Right? So imagine when we get to 80%. Keep your finger on the button, but it made a big difference. It made a big difference. So let's see if we can get 30%. The blues will lay low, I'll make them stay low, they'll never trail. That's constant engagement rates. It's all right here. The blues will lay low, I'll make them stay low, they'll never trail over my head. I'll be a devil till I'm an angel, but until then.
One.
Hear the difference?
Yes.
Here we go.
The blues will lay low, I'll make them stay low, they'll never trail over my head. I'll be devil till I'm an angel, but until then, glory, hallelujah, dance, gonna fly, I'll take a chance, riding hard, gonna take this town and turn it upside.
So good, a little thing stuck out, and that was the timing going into that. I'll be a devil, that's it, right? I'll be a devil, right? Yeah, so it's. No, it's after that.
I'm gonna take this time and turn it up.
I'll take it riding high, I'll take a chance, riding high, gonna take that one. That was the only thing that stuck out, so.
63%.
Big jump. There was just, some were late, some were on time, some were early. Other than that, it's one.
It's a law of averages.
And I think it's a lead pickup, so I think that's where this usually comes in, I think.
That's one in a row for
You
you.
got it. So the blues will lay low. Fingers on the button.
The blues will lay low, I'll make them stay low, they'll never trail over my head. I'll be devil till I'm an angel, glory, hallelujah, dance, gonna fly, I'll take a chance, riding high, gonna take this town and turn it upside.
Huh? That post, man, that was worth waiting all week for. That was great. Awesome. That was awesome, wasn't it?
Yes.
Fantastic. Excellent.
You know what I also see when we're doing this is engaged eyes, engaged faces.
Can you imagine what John did?
I don't know if the two have anything to do with each other.
Okay, business. John, you got something?
Yeah. How many people have submitted recordings? Hey, John, Tony handed some stuff to you. It's supposed to be week 3, I think, next week. With this little bit of showing, we'll probably have to extend that another week. But please, those of you that have done recordings, have you submitted them to section leader yet?
Tomorrow, yes.
So there's going to be a big workload for your section leaders and other evaluations. So please get those recordings done next week. We'll probably do another week, but as many of you as can do it next week and get them in as possible from that.
There was talk about that little form, there being an electronic version of it somewhere, and I didn't find it.
Post one on Group and a little questionnaire.
There's paper versions right over here.
And I've got a whole stack of paper versions.
Can we just type it out in an email, and when we put that the attachment is? Can we just put the words that you want?
Yes, that's fine. If you want to, that's really the whole point of it. So answer the questions and submit that, that's fine.
When did you post that, John?
last week. Okay. Okay. There's that. The only other thing I wanted, on Saturday, 1 o'clock. My house is Saturday, 1 o'clock. Two? Saturday? Just nod your head and say that.
Okay.
Music team, Saturday, 1 o'clock. We have music team together for 2 minutes right after rehearsal. We'll do it that way. That's all I got.
Okay, Tony, did you have
Yes,
something?
yes. Hey guys, over here at the table are the 2 chapter awards, annual awards that with the proper names on them. Those of you who may have missed the annual meeting. This is the Jim Ringland Trophy with On Air, has also been awarded it the last 3 years.
Are you going to change the name of that trophy, the on-air trophy?
Yeah. Most of the quartets, it's kind of unique. This year was a district champion. Most of the chapter quartets that are on this never won anything in district, division, or anything. They were just great chapter quartets that supported all of the activities that we do here. On Air is certainly part of that. And the other trophy here is the Barbershop of the Year trophy with, this is the trophy is at number 2. This one actually starts in 1985. John Green is this year's awardee. So John, if I could have you come out here for a moment. Roger, if you would come out. I'm going to read the name of the guys who are here who are still active in the chapter. I'm here. Loring Webster. Where's Loring? Loring, come on out here, please. John Englander, 2008. Gene Murray, 2011. Come out. Anybody else? And Steve Tremack. Years ago, we actually had, depending on the chapter offices, the board that was going, we actually had a little personal trophy that went with that a person could keep. Frankly, the last few boards have fallen flat on like that.
I can't keep that.
So you get this, and then who the hell wants to hang them? I mean, your wife, you got to put it in a drawer, right? You're not going to let it. Bringing that sucker home is.
It'll just get broken anyway, won't it?
So we had a generous anonymous donor to the chapter with the new Barbershop of the Year pins of the Hartford Society. John, these are our active ones. This is Gene, congratulations. Wow. Steve. John, you two for Tony.
Yeah, Tony twice.
Yeah. No, I only got one. Thank you. Lauren, and we have one for Booton and Bruce Dye and not Doug, Ronnie Menard, Pat Ullman. So each of you guys can also work hard and earn one of these. So get off your ass and do something.
Okay.
Anyone else? Administrators. Just administrators.
Thank you very much for your generous donations to our CD Loner Library. We now officially have a Loner Library, which I think is great. Primarily, that's to interest new members in our art form, but due to your generosity, we actually have quite a few volumes. So we could extend the loaning privileges to members of the chapter. You can take a CD out, just make sure you bring it back the next week so that we can keep circulating them. But this week, I'm only going to limit that to people who actually made a donation to the library. So that while the rest of you guys are thinking about if you could donate or not, we really need to have a larger library if everybody's going to be involved all the time, all right? So if you have cash or donation CDs you want to make, that would be great. And if you want to borrow one, if you're on the list of donors so far, this week it's open for you. Also, again, special requests from the board. We all have name badges, or we all have had name badges over time, and I know we go through periods of wondering where they went and whether we should wear them, but Chris showed up today for the very first time, and Chris has no idea who half of you are. And it'll be really kind. Your membership team your membership team is committed to having guests here every single week, and it would be really nice if you guys would show the courtesy back of wearing your name badges. And finally, I have really good news for you guys. We have a free singing lessons program coming up starting on February 20th. We have probably one of the best instructors in all of barbershop Dome. Kirk Young is going to be leading our free singing lessons program starting on the 20th. So that program's only going to work if we have a lot of people in the room to learn what Kirk has to offer. I promise you we will be ready. We will be ready to take care of your friends and family when they come down. But it starts with invitations. So now's the time to start playing the seed. We'll have electronic invitations and other promotional materials soon. But in the meantime, start spreading the word February 20th here.
Roger, just a question about
Yep.
the library. Are you interested in having DVDs as well as?
Absolutely. I mean, really, the idea was for a CD library for you guys, but we're a brotherhood. We all put things together and share because it just is fun. Let's do that. It's all good. All right? Thank you.
Anybody else have anything? All right, in Dick White's absence, I'm going to hand out some of these membership cards. Please come forward as I read off your name. 5 years of service, Josh Schraman. This person is not here, but we got 21 years, Bob Shaw. 21 years, Niall Trimby. 24 years, Richard Noel.
Counts double for us, right, Rich?
Okay, we got another one who isn't here tonight, but 35 years, Neil Singer. And another person who isn't here, but I got to tell you about this because this person is a charter member of the Nashua United Statesman Chapter, our National New Hampshire chapter, with 58 years of service. Earl Davis. Wow. Okay, great. Thank you.
Thanks, Chris.
Now under the direction of Marcel K.
Chris, just hang on the phone.